doing business. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
It is a pleasure to be here today, and anytime I have an opportunity to speak, it is practice. You know, what is the difference between a good speaker and a great speaker? Anybody know what that is? You know.
It's the hours, the practice.
Yeah, 1,000 speeches.
1,000 speeches. That is the difference between a good speaker and a great speaker. That's what it's about. So it's about being up here. Now, the title of my talk, I didn't give it to Lily, but the title of my talk today is You Decide. Everybody say You Decide.
You decide.
One more time with energy. You decide.
You decide.
It's about you decide. I've been on this journey, to make a long story short, reading this book. The name of the book is Rejection Proof, and it's by a gentleman by the name of Jia Jiang, Giagiang, and his journey through rejection. And it has really helped me in just personally, and I'll explain why. But before I get to that, I just want to know this, that anybody happen to watch the Super Bowl or any parts of the Super Bowl? Did you watch Super Bowl? You watched, Sheila watched the Super Bowl. All right. You watched Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You watched Super Bowl? You didn't watch Super Bowl, so we got 2 and 2. 2 didn't watch and 2 did watch, but that's okay. Well, the winning quarterback is a gentleman by the name of Tom Brady. He's been in the league for about 15, 16 years. Great quarterback. And to be honest, it was probably one of the better Super Bowls I've seen. I mean, because they were down in the score, and late in that game, they really came back, and Tom Brady drove that drive the last, I'd say, quarter and a half, and pulled it out, which is just an amazing thing, especially in the Super Bowl being down by, how much were they down by, Carl? 21, 23?
It was 28-3.
28-3, so 25 points you're down by in the Super Bowl. So hats off to Mr. Tom Brady who challenged himself. But here's something most people don't know about Mr. Tom Brady. That in 2000, when he was being drafted into the NFL, 198 teams bypassed Tom Brady in the draft, 2000. He finally got drafted by the New England Patriots, but he left that event in tears because he felt as though he had been rejected. Everybody say rejected.
Rejected.
He felt as though he'd been rejected. He thought, I'm better than 198. I'm better than that. But that did not stop Mr. Tom Brady. And the point I'm making is that many times, I'm going to ask you this question. What does rejection mean to you personally? And I want you to think about that because I'm going to come back to the Tom Brady thing. But I want you to think personally. What is it when let's say you apply for a credit or you want to date some guy or woman and you're rejected, okay? Or a job. Most people, that's where rejection kind of in jobs. Let's say you apply for a job and you get into the interview and you're rejected. What do you feel? I mean, again, 1 or 2 words, 1 sentence. What is your feeling? Sad. Okay. Anybody else? What else are you feeling?
My love and belonging is at risk.
Okay. Lily, any thoughts?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. That's it. That is true. But here's what champions do with that rejection. Michael Jordan, I'll talk about him. As Tom Brady took that rejection, that 198th pick in the draft, he says, you know what? I'm going to use this as fuel. So every time I get into a moment, I'm going to think about how I was rejected. When I get into that Super Bowl and I'm down by 25, I'm going to think about how I was rejected in that draft. See, the decision is yours. Do you use rejection as fuel or a reason to stop? The decision is yours. Here is one way to think about rejection. And I think it's powerful. So I'm going to say it slow. Rejection is an opinion that says more about the rejecter than the rejectee. Rejection is an opinion that says more about the person that is rejecting you than it says about you. Because I'll be honest, I have an issue with being rejected. You know, I do my speaking, and I'm always, you know, how can I say, I'm soliciting different companies, and I get the no, I get the no, I get the no, and it wears you down, and you know, that self-worth kind of, but I'm learning that the rejection itself has nothing to do with me per se. It has to do with the other person and their situation. Maybe they don't want a motivational speaker. Maybe they don't want to have fun. That's up to them. Maybe not. But it has nothing to do per se with me. It is an opinion of someone else. So if you are looking to date a certain person and that guy rejects you, or female rejection, that's on them, not necessarily on me. So I'm learning to use that in my business and in my life, that when I'm rejected, it's not necessarily about me. It's an opinion, kind of like, you know, we do evaluations with our speeches, and it's an opinion. You give a speech, we give an opinion. Maybe that opinion is not great, but it's just an opinion. We all have opinions. So I'm learning how to better handle rejection, because it is an opinion that is more reflective of the other person than you. So I want to just leave you with that don't allow these rejection in life to cause you to reduce your self-worth. See, we either run or we regroup. And I say regroup and allow a new opinion to be made about you. This Toastmaster.
That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Mark. Right now, I see we have fair weather minute, which we will forego at this time.
Yeah, we'll pass them.
And we will start our table topics portion of our meeting. So with that, I invite Heather up. Thank you.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon.
afternoon. So, I was sitting over there, and I was assigned to do the table topics. And so I thought, what have I been thinking a lot about lately? And lately I've been thinking a lot about weather, the storm. Am I going to get called up to help in this emergency? Am I going to have to answer phones, go out in the field,